Okay, good Saturday morning. It's August the 17th, 2019, and got some things organized here, and I want to go over with you what I've done and what I still need. All right, so I'm going to tag a few people in so you all can pass messages around and help me get this finished up. This is awesome. The project is going really, really great. Y'all have done a great job. I've been working on it this morning, collecting letters, reading through them. Okay, if y'all get this, please go ahead and share this on your timeline. I would appreciate it. Okay, I'm working hard, guys, trying to get things ready. This is a weekend for me to catch up on a bunch of stuff. Scrolling across these here so you can see them while I get a few people tagged in. All right, so I'm going to go with that. If y'all would share it, that'd be great. Okay, so here's what I've done. These are the stacks of letters, and they are in groups. So I put the alphabet in 3 different groups, basically A through K, and then M through P, and then this is S through the rest of the alphabet. What I've done on every single letter is in the top corner, I've put the state so that when I get the book all printed, you can flip through and find the states really easy. You see this? Some of you made it a little bit of a challenge for me. You got so wrapped up in your story that you didn't put the state on there. So I had to kind of go through your story, sometimes check your timeline. But these are the letters. So I have that's my A through K stack. I'm sure 100 or at least close to 100. All right, and then I posted this morning, this is the list of the states that I have and don't have. So that on this side, these are the states I have. However, Arizona, I think I only have 1 letter from Arizona. And we all know that Arizona is like one of the top worst states in this whole issue. So if there's any call outs to Arizona that I could just get 2 or 3 Arizona letters, I would really appreciate it because they are so bad. I also only have 1 Kansas letter. So I'm going to go ahead here and tag, see if I can get Jennifer tagged. You know what? It won't let me tag her. If somebody could tag Jennifer to this or anybody else in Kansas. Kansas is really bad. We've got some people working really hard there, so I need a couple Kansas letters. I had forgotten North Carolina, but I got a few North Carolina letters, so that's good. I got 1 letter from New York. I know New York's a really bad state, and I got 1 from South Carolina. So I would like to have a couple more from those states. And actually Connecticut too. I got 1 letter from Connecticut, and I know we have some advocates working really hard in Connecticut. So if we could share this to maybe Maureen's or Lisa's timeline or something, maybe we can get a couple more letters there in Connecticut. I know there's the really horrible Theodora stories going on up there, and I have not received a letter from them. All right, these are the states that I don't have any letters from over here. I really wanted to do 50 states. I know I was realistic. I may not reach every state, but I know we have members in some of these states. Alaska is horrible. Alaska is horrible for taking kids. There's so much poverty up there. I don't have any from Delaware. I don't know much about Delaware. Georgia's really a bad state. I've had lots of people posting things from Georgia lately, but I didn't get any letters from Georgia. Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois. I know a lot's going on there. I don't have any letters from Illinois. Louisiana, Maryland, Mississippi, Montana, Nevada. I don't have any letters from Nevada. New Hampshire, New Jersey. I know there's a couple people in our group from New Jersey. I'd like to get a couple New Jersey letters. Same North Dakota. I've heard from lots of people from North Dakota, but I didn't get any letters from there. So let's see if we can get a couple North Dakota letters. Oklahoma, you're such a horrible, horrible state in child welfare, and not a single letter from there. So if we have a couple Oklahoma people, please get those letters out to me. South Dakota, same. Utah, Virginia, and Wisconsin. Okay, those are the states I do not have at all. I posted this in a post a little bit earlier, along with the picture of all state abbreviations. So Jane, if you don't know what it's for, if you will scroll through Family Forward Project and look at my videos under my announcements, the recent ones, you'll see I'm doing an all states letters book because I'm going to DC and we're talking to congressmen there about defunding Title 4E. You may be new members. We've had lots of new members lately. So we had a Washington envoy go up July the 30th and had a meeting set up in a senator's office. They have a bill currently that could defund ASFA and defund Title 4E and perhaps even Title 4D. So it's always important that I be able to say when I talk to legislators that we have all states. So I always do say that we're involved in a grassroots child welfare reform effort with Family Forward Project and have over 12,000 members. But I really need to be able to take your stories. And I've got, excuse me, as you can see here, those letters, that's probably about 100 letters, and I have several letters from some states. I got lots of letters from Michigan, got lots of letters from Texas, got lots of letters from Tennessee, but these are the states right here that I'm missing, and I made a post on this earlier today. All right, so what I'm also going to go ahead and include in this is I spent some time yesterday pulling some important things that I think that, because they may... I'm going to do a little cover letter to this as to what we're doing. And, they may not sit down and read every letter. They may flip through and read a few letters. We're going to do a cover with pictures of kids on it that have been taken. I got lots of letters from Iowa, by the way. Thank you, Iowa, for working so hard getting all those letters to me. I got a really nice packet of Iowa letters. All right, so what I've added here, I've got 3 groups of things that I've also printed off, and I had to go through, reformat everything, make sure I could make this nice and condensed. These are stories. The first section is stories about abuses in foster care, pretty much. So a lot of you who've been looking at child welfare reform know about the family of 6 that drove off the cliff. I've even went back in time and pulled off the story of the boy who had the chicken tied around his neck, but there are a lot of recent stories within the past 12 months of kids dying in foster care. The second section that I pulled out are the class action suits. And again, I didn't do like a full research on this. These are the ones that I've seen come up. There's Arizona, Texas, Indiana, and New York, I know, have class actions related to the way kids are treated in foster care. And then finally, there's 2 more sections here. So this section right here is, and I've got several articles printed about jury awards related to injuries that occurred in foster care. And then this last section I pulled an article. I'm going to put in some things that have been published by Richard Wexler, Diane Redleaf, Vivek Sakaran, and myself, because we are people all who have either law degrees or, educated in publishing or something of that nature, and have been following child welfare and in the people who are in the child welfare reform movement have some knowledge of them, but the people in general don't. So I will, I think somebody posted another reminder about Nancy Schaefer. Nancy Schaefer's on my mind all the time. She did do a really good, she did a speech, and that speech is printed up, and I'm going to go ahead and add that as well. I think it's her 2010 speech. So I'm going to put that in. And somebody, I don't know if I'll add this, but y'all know I spoke to the Tennessee General Assembly, and somebody made a post basically critiquing all the comments that were made regarding my speech that day, which was really good. I appreciate that. All right, so look, I have got to get this together. I cannot wait any longer. If you are from these states, particularly, I need your story now. Okay, this is Saturday. You need to get it in the mail Monday, okay? If you cannot do this for me after what all I'm doing for you, then you need to just look at yourself and say, what are you spending your time and effort in? And I know y'all go like, well, I have kids, or I'm so sad, my story won't fit on one page. I'm telling you, every story is complex. And we got over 100 people here. Now, a couple of them went a little bit over, but, over 100 people were able to get their story. And it's about when your kids were taken, why they were taken. Did the state treat you fairly? Did they help you get your kids back? Did they take them wrongfully? Did they lie? Those are the questions. The corruption, was the judge biased? Did the judge not listen to you or let you put evidence in? These are the same stories that we hear over and over and over. And so what we want to do is we want to show, when I go up to Congress and I go meet with them and I talk about defunding ASFA, I want to say, here's our group wants to reach out and wants to be heard. Okay? So listen, listen to me. All right, y'all pass this video around. I'm going to do a couple more posts today on the letters. But you, particularly if you are from the states that I've talked about here today, I need to get your letter. It needs to be in the mail because I want it signed. It has to be signed by you so they know these are real letters and not just stories I've made up, okay? So I want your letters signed and put in the mail to me, all right? Please do this, all right? Now, if you can sign it and you have a super duper really good scanner, then I will take it scanned if you have a super good scanner. But unfortunately, most of the time, the scanners break down the quality of the type, and it just doesn't look good. So we're going to copy these. We're going to make really good copies, and then I've got to put it together. The ones that are handwritten and with holes in it, of course, I'm going to reprint those on my copy machine and get them on standardized paper so that I can take them all over to FedEx or Office Depot or something like that, so I can get them printed and page numbered, and then we will do covers for them. All right, so look, listen. If you got a letter I had told you before, get it in the mail by Friday. If you put a letter in the mail Friday and I didn't get it yet and it comes in Monday or Tuesday, I will include those in the list. But I need these states in particular. If you're in any of these states that I've talked about this morning, please get your letter in the mail Monday, August the 19th. I have to have time to get this ready. I also got my new banners. I did find my other banners, by the way, and I'll post a picture of that a little bit later today because I posted it with my grandkids and people are like, I can't see what it says. So I'll post a picture of my new banner. I've kind of worked on a couple different things to put on banners. The new banners are yellow and black. I really kind of like that. My old banners were white background with green letters, but the yellow and black really, really, really stands out. So I like the yellow and black. It says Stop Separating American Families, defund Title IV-E ASFA, and Family Forward Project on it. So I will post a picture of that so you can see it. They're not cheap, but they are really nice. They are cloth, they're grommeted. You could tie them to a fence. You can hold them up. You can march with them. So if any of y'all are interested in those, I'm kind of working on I've got one more style that I put up there, and then the people that I buy these from, I'm going to ask them that, maybe if I can get 100, I can get the price down a little bit, and then if others want to buy them, they can do that, okay? They're so awesome. I would love for you all to do that, and then if we like that, I'll go ahead and look at some pens and stickers. Some people talked about wanting a sticker to put on their car, so we'll look at getting those put together so we can get this push going. And thank you all. We are now at least have Congress looking at defunding ASFA, and I'm telling you, it's a huge part of the budget. It's huge, especially adoption entitlement money, which is the money that people get after they adopt children, has now surpassed the foster care money. So it's totally out of control. All right, thank you all so much, and I will I'll catch you up on some other things later today, but please help me get this finished up. Those of you who have sent letters, you are so awesome. Thank you for taking the time to share your story. All right, thanks. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.